Hey folks, lack of response here. It's time for another round of the good, the bad, and the weird. We are working out of the orange-lined Nalpac case. And today we are talking about the Spyderco Smock. Let's get that out of the way and take a look. In accordance with prophecy, we are going to talk about the good, which is things I like about it. The bad, which is things I don't like about it. And the weird, which are things that make it interesting, unique, and different. Forgive the zipping noises. I am trying to remember where I put the size comparison knives. They must be somewhere. There we go, I see them. Size comparison knives. Excellent. Here we are. Spyderco Smock, the good, the bad, and the weird. Let us begin with measurements. And let me grab our trusty measuring device. Here we go. Blade length, we are looking at about 3 inches of cutting edge with another inch of weird looking finger choil, 8 inches overall. Thickness is less than half an inch by a little bit. Please bear in mind these are not the original scales. These are titanium scales from Flytanium, if I'm remembering right. It originally came with some different scales. Those are long gone. I wanted to make it titanium, so I did. And now that we've done some measurements, it is size comparison time. Here is a large Sebenza 21. It's a little small on the 21. Here is a Spyderco Mannix. So we're seeing that size range there. It's kind of a small to medium small. Okay, let's look at any markings on the blade. Zoom in so we can read. See, it says Spyderco. CPM S30V. It's pretty typical steel for a Spyderco knife. Schmutz. That says Taichung, Taiwan. So this is a Spyderco from Taiwan. That's the Smock logo. That's the Spyderco logo. So this is an S30V knife made in Taiwan. And we are going to talk about the good. That action is very nice. It is drop shut. It is flick open. I feel like a lot of that is because we have such a nice opening action and such a good... Let's see if we can hear it engage. Detent, because this is a button-operated liner lock. You can see in there. The button pushes that lock over. In this case, it is a compression lock. Not unlike what we looked at on, oh, where did it go? Where is my compression lock knife? It's kind of like this right here, only we're using a button to move that liner over. This is the Spyderco Yo Jumbo. If you want a size comparison with the Yo Jumbo, it's smaller than the Yo Jumbo. The Yo Jumbo is a big knife. And the Smock is not. But okay, so we've got the button-actuated compression lock that I really wish Spyderco would do more often, because it combines the ease of a button lock with the detent and lock strength, I guess, of a compression lock. I know I've seen a lot of other companies have kind of picked up that ball and ran with it, but I feel like it'd be nice to see Spyderco do that. You know, they're the ones who started that top liner lock thing. So they're letting other people eat their lunch. But the good. Action's good, locking mechanism's good. It is a hollow ground blade, which is nice. It's got a nice finish on it. Hollow grind only goes about halfway up, so not that great, but it's not that thick of a knife. Let's do a little thickness comparison. So it's going to be slightly less slicey than a large Sebenza. Maybe slightly more slicey than the, or comparably slicey to the Mannix, because we got a similar blade stock, less blade tallness, like this dimension tallness. So in order to get that narrow that quick, they got to do the hollow grind. Not mad at it. I like the grind. I like that blade shape, kind of a sheep's footy shape. You can choke up very nicely. You can pinch grip. You can hang way back. I don't know why you would chop with this knife, but you can definitely give it a try and no one will get mad at you. The finger hole does not look chamfered, which I always wish Spyderco would do that, but they never do. It's just their thing. They want to go straight through. Scales, these are just plain gray Flytanium ones. I think originally it probably came with the good G10, but at that time I was more interested in titanium scales and I foolishly got plain gray. I mean, I should have splurged on something colorful. But that's my own fault. That's not the fault of the Smock. What else is good? It was pretty easy to get those scales on. One weird thing happened. Inside of here, there was an additional detent ball, separate from the one that you can maybe see in there on the actual liner. There was a secondary detent ball for when it was closed, so it couldn't drop shut when you push the button. That was just sitting inside the line, in a little hole on the liner, mounted on a spring. And when you take the knife apart, it eats itself into oblivion. And that's where it has continued to live, simply because, well, I don't mind if it drops open when I push the button. I kind of like that feature. And the room I was in is carpeted, so I wasn't going to go chasing after a little detent ball and a little tiny spring, because it just wasn't worth the headache. Handle is good. It is pretty neutral. It's weird that we have a finger choil way back here, then a flat section, then another finger choil. I feel like the Mannix gets it better with finger choil. I feel like that's a better way to go than this. It's a little awkward. Like, do I want to put my finger up there and then have this other finger sit higher? Do I want a gap? It doesn't know how it wants to be held, and the handle is neutral enough that the two big choils add confusion. I would say either just leave one choil or no choils on this knife. You know, not two, with this big old flat space in between. There's no big annoying beaks or anything on it though, so that's pretty nice. It's using steel liners. That is also fine. Can we peek inside? It looks like there's some skeletonization in there. That is good. That is an aftermarket clip. That is a Lynch Northwest clip, I believe. Yeah, same. Nope, not there. I think it's the same style I have on the... Where'd it go? Yeah, it's a Lynch Northwest clip like I have on the Yo Jumbo. I just went for plain tie to match the look. So, handle's okay, blade's nice, action is lovely. Pretty straightforward. Of course, let's see how it fits in a pocket slip. On in kind of a rectangle like this, just a regular narrow pocket slip is fine. Okay. The bad. What is bad about the Smock? There's nothing bad about the Smock. I mean, like I said in the good, I'm surprised they didn't do more of the button-actuated compression lock, but that's more. It's so good, I wish they would have done it more. So it's not really anything bad about this knife. I didn't have a problem putting the new scales on, so assembly, disassembly wasn't bad. Honestly, have no gripes. Smocks are nice knives. I've seen them out there in different blade steels and scale colors. If they're still, I think at this point they're mostly just sprint runs, so keep an eye out if you're looking for one. And if you like a nice kind of neutral handled button lock, this would not be a bad choice. The weird. We already talked about it in the good. That button actuated compression lock is so nice, it's weird that Spyderco didn't do more with it. I would love that on the Yojumbo. I would love that on any Spyderco, really. Not a huge Spyderco fan. I only go for the weirder ones, as you may have noticed, but I like it enough that I'm glad it's there. And it's weird they didn't do it more often. So yeah, that is the good, the bad, and the weird of the Spyderco Smock. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please tell me what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And stay tuned for more. Have a good one.